Okay, guys, this is the wrong. I'll try doing it here. Page 157 to 59 from your book, and it's those textbook pages. So I asked you to number 1, which was sketch an angle in standard position so the terminal arm passes through 2, 6. So it looks like this, 2, 6. Got to be steep. B was negative 4, 2. Negative 4, 2. C was negative 5, negative 2. Negative 5, negative 2. Down there, negative 5, negative 2. This was for negative 4, 2, and D was negative 1, 0. Negative 1, 0 means it goes straight out here. Next one I asked you to do was number 3. The coordinates are shown of point P or on the terminal arm. Write the exact trig ratios for sine, cos, and tan. So A was at 3, 4, and then it was drawn for you. So that's X, that's Y. So you knew that it was out 3 and up 4, so you need that as 5 when you do Pythagoras. So sine is y over 5, 4/5. Cos is x over 5, 3/5. And tan is 4 over 3. Opposite over adjacent. B was negative 12, negative 5. So your hypotenuse, your h, is the root of 12 squared plus 5 squared, which is root 169, which is 13. So your sine is negative 5/13. Don't forget it's negative because it's y over. Your cos is negative 12/13. And your tan is 12, 5 over 12, because it's x over y over x. And they're both negative, so it's positive. C was 8 and 15, 8, negative 15. So your hypotenuse is once again the root of 64 plus 225, which is root 289, which is 17. So your sine is negative 15 over 17. Your cos is 8 over 17. And your tan is negative 15 over 8. And D was 1, 1. 1, negative 1. So your hypotenuse equals root 2. So your sine is negative 1 over root 2. Your cos is 1 over root 2. And your tan is negative 1. And the next one I asked you to do was 5, which is exact values of sine, cos, and tan when you just have the point without a drawing. I asked you to do 5a, which was negative 5 and 12, which you actually had already done kind of. So your hypotenuse is the root of 169, which equals 13. So then you do your sine, cos, tan. Sine is 12 over 13. Cos is negative 5 over 13. Tan is 12 over 13. I lie, of course, because tan is 12 over 5 negative. B was 5 and negative 3, so it's the root of 25 plus 9, which is root 34, is your hypotenuse. So sine is negative 3 over root 34. Your cos is 5 over root 34. And your tan is negative 3 over 5. No, I always do that wrong. No, that's right. Tan is y over x. C was 6 3. So your hypotenuse is the root of 36 plus 9, which is root 45. So sine is 3 over root 45. Cos is 6 over root 45. Tan is 3 over 6, which is, of course, 1/2. And 5D, negative 24, negative 10. So it's the root of negative 24 squared plus negative 10 squared, which is the root of, I actually need a calculator for that one because I don't know 24 squared. 24 squared plus 100. It is root 676. Excuse me. Which is, where'd it go? Square root of my answer is 26. So that's my H. So then your sine is negative 10 over 26, which you would simplify to negative 5/13. Your cos is negative 24 over 26, which you would simplify to negative 12/13. And your tan is negative 10 over negative 24, which you would simplify to 5/12, positive 5/12. Let you look at that for a minute. Next page, 6. Without using calculator, state whether each ratio is positive or negative. So sine 155, that's out there, so it has to be positive. A. B. Cos 320. 320 is down there, so cos is positive. C. Tan 120. That's out there. Tans are negative there. And D was cos 220, which is down there, which means coses are negative. Number 7. Sketch an angle in standard position such that sine theta equals 5 over 13. Well, sine is y over h. So I must need a positive sign with a y of 5, and that's 13. So as long as I've gone up 5 and 13, I've got the two possible angles. And then I have to determine them. So all I got to do is shift sine 5/13 equals, go to my calculator, shift sine 5 divided by 13, and it's 23 degrees. So that means this is 23 degrees, and this is 23 degrees. So the other theta is 180 minus 23, which is 157 degrees. And then I asked you to do number 12. I asked you to skip up to 12. I should see if 12 will fit. Excuse me. On this page, it should. So 12, I have a point, P is at -9, 4. I'm to sketch it in standard position. -9, 4, right there. -9, 4. And I'm to measure the reference angle and then theta. Well, the reference angle lives right there. So I can find the reference angle by checking, since this is up 4 and this is -9, I can use tan to find the reference angle. So if I go to my calculator and I go, drag it over here, shift tan 4 divided by -9, and I get -23, so 24 degrees. So my reference equals 24 degrees, but theta equals 180 minus 24, which is 156 degrees. Let you guys look at that for a sec. And move it on. Next one I asked you to do was 18. 18 says, without using your calculator, determine whether each statement is true or false without using your technology, it says. So A was sine of 151 equals sine of 29. All right, well, 151 would have to be out here, and this reference angle would be 29 degrees. Well, that's 29 degrees, same reference, so that one's okay. True. B, 135 cos 135 equals sine 225. So I gotta go to my drawing. Cos of 135 is going to be out here, yeah? Which means it's got a reference angle of 45. 225 is going to be down here with a reference angle of 45. So they both got the same reference angle, right? So I check this guy with 45, and this guy with 45. This 225 is going to have a negative sign because he's down here. This guy is going to have a positive, a negative cos. This guy, their hypotenuses have to be the same. So, and this, if they're 45, have to be the same. So this is true. C. Tan 135 and tan 225. 135 equals tan 225. Well, we just did 135 and 225. They're both 45, but C-A-S-T. This guy has to be a positive tan, whereas this guy's a negative tan, so they can't be equal. False. D was sine 60 and cos 330. Sine 60 equals cos 330. So let's check. Sine 60 is right there, 60. So that's a positive sign. And cos 330 is down here, 30 degrees, right? So when I check this, 30, this has to be positive, positive. If this is 60, that's 90, this is 30, right? So if that's 30, this is 60, right? So they're the same triangles, yeah? So this guy's y and x, the y, that looked like an x I put there, that's the h. Y over that is there over the hypotenuse. And then cos for this guy has to be the other one because sine and cos are inverses of each other, right? So these are both going to be the same, so that's true. And then E is 270 and 180. Sine 270 and cos 180. Sine 270 equals cos 180. So I go over here. Cos 180 comes right out here, right? I'll do it in red. Cos 180 is right there, yeah? And sine 270, I'll do that in green, is right down there, right? So now all you got to do is recognize that they're both going to be negatives. So that is true. Because this guy, this red one, C-A-S-T, so this cos has to be negative, and this sine has to be negative, and since they're both on axes, they're going to be the same.